What up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to She Gets It podcast. It's your girl, Shan, aka Chantal. But don't try it though, okay? This is season 16, episode 7. We all gotta grow up on this Wednesday morning. We all got needs, right? And we got wants. And some of us are realistic about them, but a lot of us aren't. And we can't always be right in the mix of life and things. And we can't walk around this hole not learning from our wrongs either and blaming other people either. Whether it's social media, your outfit, or popularity, that shit is not going to matter when you're 35 plus. That shit is not going to matter. That shit is not going to help you pay your bills. Nobody's going to run to your rescue because of that jacket that you wore back in 2018. We remember that, so we must give you props, and the props that we're going to give you, put it towards your down payment of your next home. Nobody gives a fuck, right? So when you going to grow up? When are you going to start preparing for the things that you're going to need before you need them, and stop out here talking about, I need to bag me this, or I need to get me the right one, or I'm just searching for the right one. I'm gonna just get me one of them rich Africans, over there that be spending money. I want to be up in Phipps shopping. A lot of y'all lackluster, ain't got no brain ass broke bitches that be flaunting over a man's dinner that he paid for. Be taking pictures of you on vacation with the man with the Buddha belly over there that you don't want to post, or y'all even posting the man but hiding his face because of your privacy. If you so motherfucking private, bitch, get off of social media and be on your vacation. Enjoy. We don't care. But what we do care about is the fact that you're immature and you're flaunting life out here like that's realistic, and it's not. So you're giving these space head hoes, men and women, this falsified information as if this is the goal, this is it, this is the life. If it don't look like this, I don't want it. Then you must not want shit, because a lot of y'all are immature and y'all need to grow up. Okay? Your accounts are waiting for you to grow up. Your mama waiting for you to grow up. Your kids sometimes waiting for you to grow up. Okay? Your siblings waiting on you to grow up. They put your number under do not answer. Okay? I know it's the end of the month. They gonna call me like clockwork. They've been on vacation all month. But at the end of the month, they gonna call me like clockwork. Bro, can you loan me? Can you help me? FYI, it's not a loan if they never get it back. Just want to make that clear. Like, instead of wanting to be booked up with vacations all year and you ain't putting forth any effort and being able to schedule those vacations, pay for those tickets, but you more focus on finessing, you're going to always be in the business of being finessed. Okay? Because the real reward is in the effort. The real reward is in the work. But anyway, happy Wednesday. Get that crust out your eye. Wash that beautiful face. Brush that teeth and your tongue. When was the last time you cleaned your ears? Get it together and come outside, because the girl got things to talk about. Welcome back to the Sticky Notes, okay? This is where I get into my random thoughts, okay? Enjoy, buckle your seatbelt. I might say some things you're not ready for me to say, but I'm going to say them, okay? Because I can. This is She Gets It Pod. My name is Shan. Let's go. Sticky notes, sticky notes, sticky notes, sticky notes, sticky note time. I'm kind of irked because I bought more lube and I didn't need any. Well, the more the merrier. The more the slippier. The more the, we gonna use it. Welcome to She Gets It Sticky Notes. What's up? We are in the first Wednesday of the month. What's good? Did you pay your rent yesterday, or do you still got until the 5th? If you got until the 5th, you lucky. If you ain't got enough after you paid your rent and you got that raised already last month, then it's time for you to get a new job, boo. Hashtag you deserve. Hashtag know your worth. We ain't got time. Everybody want to go up on that 3% raise and shit, but when that 3% raise come up and you still can't come up, then you got to what? Get up in Jesus' name. I'm a sentimental woman and I like priceless thoughts and effort. It ain't about the money or popularity for me. Never was, never is. That's just who I am. It's about your effort and your time and the quality of it. So when I give gifts, it's mostly sentimental. When I like gifts, it's mostly sentimental that I like, unless I'm telling you specifically, hey, I would like for you to get me this. So, not every woman needs like money. Not every woman wants jewelry. Not every woman wants fine dining. Like, I would rather a corner booth where we can both see the door, off in the cut, nobody right on top of us, chilling, eating wings, having sweet tea with ice on top because I like a lot of ice, and us just chilling and talking over a 4-star restaurant, and I need you to cut my steak. Like, the fuck? I don't know, maybe I'm just, different. Greg and I are going to do a podcast on Loudmouth Stereo, preferably for podcast tips. It's a podcast tip show for 2022, so get ready for that because things need to be said, so look out for it. Shout out to Greg from Young Black and Bothered. Shout out to us for Loudmouth Stereo. We have made it over 42 episodes and we gonna keep doing what it do. I just want us to be better people, dog. I just want to be better people. And if the conversation is not about prospering, if the conversation is not past the obvious hot topics that the world is on, I don't want to talk about it. Like, are y'all tired of the same basic ass discussions that y'all be having in chat rooms or in spaces or on Clubhouse or with your friends? Like, I've never been the friend to sit on the phone for hours with. I stopped boo caking on the phone when I was in my junior year of college. Like, I can't. So if we gonna talk, it better be about some purpose. And please respect me enough to know that I need you to end this phone call whenever you run out of shit to talk about. Appreciate you. Like, damn. And if you really just want to be around me or hear my voice or just be in my world, pull up. And if you can't pull up, there's probably a reason why you're not in my world. It's very simple. Like, and I understand, like, we could be friends, but I don't need you calling me 3 times a week. I don't need you calling me at night, especially when you know I record and be like, I just called. And like, I'm doing shit. Text me your thoughts, because most of the time when we sit on the phone and talk, you ain't really talking about shit. Okay? Just text me, you miss me. And I'm going to be like, do I miss this person? Yay or nay? And I'm going to text you back my honest opinion. I think we need to spend more time checking ourselves before checking others. Also, please practice shutting the fuck up too, because a lot of people be throwing their opinion where it's not needed. And if I was getting paid millions of dollars on contract, I would catch all of your comments and opinions, but I don't. I don't play baseball, so therefore, stop throwing opinions where nobody asked for it. Also, don't forget to check out my podcast journal, the podcast journal on lulu.com. Okay. I want to thank my boys at OTR Podcast for buying not one, but two of them things. I want to thank everybody that's been purchasing that journal. And every time I checked them sales, I'm just like, yo, people are really out here buying my thoughts, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting the cause, and the cause is I don't want to work for anybody because I'm just too creative to be working and clocking in for corporate motherfuckers. I just don't want to do it no more, and the goal is to work for myself. And every time you support She Gets It podcast, Cozy Womb podcast, So What Page We On podcast, the Real Relationship Report podcast, Loud Mouth Stereo podcast, you supporting me. Every time you buy a book, whether it's on Amazon or www.whoisshan.com, you supporting me. Every time you listen to the podcast, you supporting me. Every time you retweet something that I tweeted, even the crazy shit, you supporting me. Every time you mention me in a podcast list of podcasts to check out, you supporting me. And one of my ultimate supporters that I have that's always backing my shit is Baylor from BTG for President podcast. Thank you. Everything Culture, always pushing out everybody's shit in spaces on his TikTok. I appreciate you, Drake. Chrissy. She ain't even in podcasting, but she always retweeting or liking something and keeping up to what I'm into. I appreciate her. I appreciate her for the times where she come pick up my damn offspring and be like, hey, I think you need 2 days. I'm going to keep the girls for 2 days. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the people in my life. And it's very important that we consistently show the people that we appreciate on a daily that we appreciate them. If you have free time on the weekend and you can go see them or do something nice for them, go out your way to go do something nice for them. They deserve it. Okay? These people also have lives. These people also are busy. These people also have dreams and things they want to spend their extra money on. So when they come through for you, come through for them. We lack a lot of community, okay? We lack a lot of building up each other. And when you see somebody out here putting in the grind and the time for a project and you can support it, support it. Sometimes support doesn't look direct. And when I say that, I mean sometimes support can be reposting something. Sometimes support can be telling a friend. Sometimes support can be sending a link to someone that can actually use what it is because you can't. Sometimes support can be retweeting something, mentioning something, passing along an email, passing along a website, passing along a podcast post. That's support too. And if you do that, I appreciate you. But what's the point of wanting to come on somebody's page or follow somebody or be followed if you're not going to support their shit? It'd be a lot of lurking people just on social media, no name, no face, private page, talking about follow back. Follow what? What am I following? I like Ghostface. Shout out to Wu-Tang. I like me some MF Doom. Shout out to the masked one. But I'm not following you and I don't know who you are. And DM people. Stop coming into my DMs talking about hi. That's Spanish. And you gonna get blocked. Anybody with a whole bunch of numbers in their name on any social media, I'm going to block you because you didn't even have the time to make a name, but you had the time to find me. Blocked. Like, we have to think about the point of view that we're setting for other people. How you have all of these followers and follow backs, but you got 0 posts. You're a stalker, you work for the FBI, or you up to some shit I ain't on. No, you can't follow me, and I'm blocking you, and I don't care if you like my post. I'm blocking you. I faithfully, instead of me going to sleep when I'm supposed to, scroll through my social media and find people's pages that have like posts, especially with my motherfucking children. that don't have no posts, don't have no kids affiliated with their page, or are on some other shit, and I will block you because I don't know what you want. And there has been people coming into my messages on social media recommending me put my children into modeling, and I'm not for the shit. Yes, I have some beautiful girls, and yes, they will do great in modeling, but because of the kids that be exploited in social media and imagery period already, I'm not putting my kids in modeling because I feel like kids deserve to have a lifestyle of a child, not a lifestyle of an adult. I don't dress my kids in a very adult manner because a lot of people think putting their kids in toddler clothes, and no, putting their toddlers in adult looking clothes is cute. I don't think that shit is cute. That shit is not cute to me. I'm not going to put my child in a halter top or a tube top or dress with a slit on the side or shoes that looks like heels. I'm not doing it. Because there are real people out here that look at your kids in an adult manner and want to marry your kids. There are people out here that truly, truly, truly are fighting to have their sick attraction to children in a sexual way be a sexual preference. And so when you go in the store and you see these clothes that look adult-like in the kids section, it's for a purpose and it's for an agenda, and I'm not with the shit. But anyway, we have segued into some shit. This is just sticky notes. This is not why I did this. But that shit irritates me. 2 things before we get into the meat of this episode. Always prepare yourself to not have what you feel you need all the time. And always prepare yourself to not have what you're comfortable with as of right now. It's not about always looking at shit in a dark way. It's not about always being negative. It's about being prepared mentally, emotionally, and physically, and sometimes financially. That's why I say, like, I don't want a companion because I need them in life, because I can't do for myself. And I don't want a companion just because I want them, because maybe my wants are going to change 7 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now. I need someone with balance. I need someone that I need for different reasons and I want for different reasons. And I want that person to be able to evolve with me. So it's really about balance again. Balance being everything. Balance financially, balance mentally, balance food-wise. It's all about balance. So just keep that in mind. Also, I think it's cool to love people, but it's not cool to love people to the point that you forget about yourself, period. And you could take that how you want to take it. But we about to get into this meat, okay? Drop this meat on them lips. I ain't never seen an adult pout their way or stomp into Georgia Power and get their electric bill paid. So why do you feel like that's going to work? Why do you feel like someone who does not live in your home should pay your bills because they're taking you out to restaurants that you cannot afford by yourself? They're taking you on trips that you cannot afford by yourself. They're driving you in cars and boats and yachts that you cannot afford by yourself. You're around other business-minded people and other people who are in better stages financially, mentally of their lives, and all you're concerned about is being on social media and posting pictures and being in a cute outfit that everybody else wants the same outfit, instead of having the right discussions with people. And that's what really bugs me about the people of today, is they worried about the wrong shit and they're waiting for somebody to come fix their problems, fund their lifestyle, so they can brag like they're self-made. No, you just the pimp and the hoe of yourself. You know? I mean, if you could turn that into a business, turn it into a business. But make it make sense. Make the brag true. And the reason why I say we all gotta grow up is because throwing a tantrum on the floor of your leasing office ain't gonna get the rent paid either. We gotta grow up. My choices are not going to affect anyone but my children. You know, there's people that care about me that be like, oh man, I wish you didn't make that choice, but you know what? You're grown. I can't tell you what to do. Which is true. But when are you going to stop blaming your mom and dad for not showing you certain things, not teaching you certain things, not giving you the right tools, all right, not having the right resources growing up? When are we going to start owning our shit? When are you going to stop feeling entitled because your daddy told you you're his sweetheart, you're his baby, you deserve? If they're not treating you like this, then they not it. If they're not giving you this despite your nasty ass attitude and your entitlement, they're not worth it, or that's not the one. Or if you need anything, don't worry about your husband, come to me. There's grown women in marriages with husbands, and because their husbands want to be within their marriage and maybe not get them that thing that they don't need, but get it later when they can, and they want to prioritize, they'll go behind their husbands' backs and ask their dad because their dad never tells them no. It's not because you get to ask your dad why your husband is probably pissed off. It's because you're always trying to find a workaround to get what you want as priority. But if it was on the flip end, you wouldn't want your husband to get a workaround and get what he wanted, minus the fact that y'all got bigger priorities in your household. It's just disrespectful. But a lot of women don't see it that way. Again, vice versa. A lot of things that a man might ask his wife, that his wife is being like, no, we're not going to do that right now, or for whatever reason, it's not at the forefront of something being done, they'll turn around and ask their mom. Or my mom, you know, she just came over here and she wanted to do something, quote unquote, for us. It ain't for us, it's for you. It's for you. But at the same time, we also have to remember that our parents came from a different generation and they got married for different reasons other than what people now get married for. And they're not used to the fact that a lot of the things that men can do now, women can also do. And they're not used to a lot of things of men doing more in a household and their family involving their children is something that's okay now that back then wasn't okay. And I don't know about you, but if I can't do something in my household with kids in it and I have a husband, you best believe I need him to bring those hands to do those things. If I can't comb the girl's hair, I need you to be able to. If I can go run the errands for whatever reason, I need you to be able to. If I can't cook tonight, I need you to be able to. If I can't clean the bathroom right now and it needs to be clean, I need you to be able to. Not because I'm telling you to, but because if we live in the same household, this is a team effort. If he can't take out the trash, I'm not going to be like, oh, the trash ain't been taken out for 2 days because you weren't here and you're the man of the house and I was waiting on you to take out the trash. No, that's that entitlement, dumb bullshit. Because before that man, sis, and you were very single, you were taking out your trash. So let's stop. Let's stop this dumb shit. Especially if you have kids, because you're on display for them all the time. What you do in relationships is on display for them all the time. So when are you going to come to grips with your bad decisions is why you're in the predicament that you're in. There are so many ways that we can be better today, grow up in a better way, be shown in a better light today, and we just don't do it. And it starts sometimes with being grateful for what you have at home already. Being grateful that you have electricity and you had the down payment to turn it on. Yeah, the bill might be high and you know it's coming around and you really wish you had the money to do this, but you got to pay that for the greater good. But at least be happy that you have it to pay. And it's a lot of self-checking when it comes to growing up and being able and being in a position of, I can. I have multiple accounts I can pull money from. I can move a transaction around. I can, call in and make a payment arrangement. I have a better understanding of how to use my credit card instead of just using debit. Be thankful for that. Be thankful somebody showed you. Yeah, maybe that old relationship didn't work, but they really taught me some financial jewels that I'll take with me forever. So that's why you can't be mad at old relationships that didn't work with people, but maybe they gave you tools to carry into your new relationship with yourself or with someone else. And that's what it's about. It's about people not seeing what they have already and always finding fault with what they don't have. And that's something you have to, on a daily, constantly look into. Like, am I calling this person to complain, to vent? Do I want advice? Or am I just upset about the decisions I made when I know I shouldn't? Or am I upset that the decisions that I made came with these results that I knew were going to come, but now I want to act like I was concerned? Because a lot of y'all concerned about decisions you made knowing it was going to backfire, and now you want to blow up and call somebody's phone and be mad at somebody else so it could feel better. Grow up. Now, I'll talk to you some more after these messages. She Gets It shop is open. It's always been open, but welcome to season 16. She Gets It shop is open with hoodies, sweatshirts, because it is still winter out here. It is still cold. It's a little brisk. All right. The mugs are on there. New masks are on there. They even dropped new AirPod cases, and of course, I had to try a little something, and I got some on there for y'all. So if you want to check out the merch, you can go to She Gets It shop with Teespring. Just put it in your Googles, it'll pop up. You're welcome. Thank you for supporting the show. And if you want to support directly, you can directly support at redcircle.com. The link is in the show notes for She Gets It Pod. I appreciate you. Thank you. And let's continue to listen to the show, because I like to run my mouth. A lot of us got to learn to be more self-reliant, meaning there's no one to blame if shit don't go how it's supposed to go. We take ownership of what needs to get done. We start scheduling out time to get shit done. We stop waiting for things to fall through instead of things so they can fall in the right spot. Like, be more dependent on yourself over other people, because a lot of people are always quick to jump on something that they know you're going to make sure sees the light of day. Not something that they want to pour into so both of y'all can get something great at the end of all the hard work. And you got to be mindful of the people that you collab with. You got to be mindful of the people that hop on just because it's a ride and they ain't got to do shit. And that starts with you. That starts with your filter of people. We all got to grow up. We got to learn to prepare and organize our own shit. Stop waiting on somebody to create your thing. Stop waiting on someone to clear a path for you. Do the work. Do the work. I love people who are not scared of work, who are not afraid to sweat a little bit, get their hands dirty a little bit. And once I think this, once we take more responsibility for our choices and the ways that we did not prepare, then comes the ownership that's rightfully yours. That only people who fuck with you can respect, people who don't fuck with you can respect. Because just because somebody doesn't like you or doesn't like how you do things doesn't mean that they don't fuck with you. And you got to be mindful of that. Okay? You're not for everybody and everybody not for you. But it doesn't mean you can't respect the way they go about some shit. The way they handle their business. The way they carry themselves. The way they, able to be like, fuck it. Okay? It takes a lot of balls and self-discipline to be able to say fuck it to what everybody else got going on. You got to take the responsibility. That's a part of growing up. Of course, there's like parts of adulting that I hate. I sometimes I wake up and I go into a day and I know it's going to be filled with more bullshit that I don't want to do over the shit that I want to do. But it's the days where I get to do the shit that I want to do and the moment that I get to do the shit that I want to do that make me get through it. It's about balancing that thing. We also got to learn to take bigger leaps over the smaller ones for instant gratification. We got to learn to respect bigger leaps in life and not instant gratification. If you put the money towards X, Y, and Z, you could get something bigger, better, with longevity over a short term. Ooh, I got this. Ooh, I'm going here. Ooh, we eating here. Ooh, let me buy that. Ooh, that's the latest. Ooh, new iPhone came out. Let me get that. Don't know why you getting an iPhone, but we got to get the iPhone. Like, if you don't need the shit, don't get the shit. If it's not making you money, don't buy the shit. If it's not putting you in a better place so you can level up and create more business and abundance for yourself, stop making shit lit that's not even lit. Stop hyping up other people's things and products if you don't really believe in it. Stop always needing to go with the grain and be in the mix. I'm more interested in the people who are not in the main front, in the main light, in the camera face that's getting the big portion of the check. I'm interested in who's behind the camera, who's on the team, who's signing the front and the back of the check. And that's for people who took on the responsibility of owning how things happen in their life. And that's who I want to be around. I've never been excited to be in the middle of shit. To be in the essence of what's going on all the time. Instead of a high-rise condo and being in a very busy, loud-ass city, the older I get, the more I want to be where shit is simple. Away from chaos. Some people just need the city, need to be in it, need to hear it. I my thing is I love the city, but I also love quiet. I love a getaway. I love not having to have people touch my shoulders or pass or cough and I gotta duck. I need space sometimes. But if I want to be in the city, I can go to a city. And I don't know what this means. It's not about being cocky. It's not about feeling that I always need more. It's just I've never envisioned myself only having one home. Never. Since I was 7 or 8, I've always been taking a huge piece of paper or attaching 4 sheets of paper and drawing the layout of how I would want my house. Always. Always. I haven't done it in years, but with everything I've seen, it's just like I don't have one vision for one home. I would like a home where it's cold. I would like a home where there's just nothing but earth and space. I would like a home to go to in the city sometimes, but I don't want to be there all the time. I would like a home where there's a lake and there's a long ass driveway and, you know, outside public people can't invade my space. I would like a home with a lot of land and, you know, a wraparound like porch. I don't know how to be comfortable in just one way of being. I don't know how to be comfortable only being creative in this box. I just feel like there are some people that are good at juggling shit. I feel like there are some people that are good at creating spaces successfully to create in and produce things and make platform for things. And it's very important to own that shit. It's very important to know, like, I feel like my time here is done. It's not because you did something wrong. It's not because, you know, I did something wrong. It's like I feel like there's nothing more for me to learn here. Thank you for my time. You don't have to burn bridges with people or companies or collaborations in order to move on. It's about growing the fuck up and knowing who you are and knowing your feelings about shit and how you create and where you're best at. You know, I create my best shit in places of peace with things around me and people around me that I care about. But at the same time, I'm not the type of person that can sit on the phone all day and not have a conversation of purpose. There has to be a reason why I'm sitting on the phone with you. I'm not the person you can call every day and just sit on the phone with. There's a lot of things that I do in day to day that involve my phone, involve me listening to shit, giving feedback, editing shit, calling people, doing things, setting things up. I'm not the person that you call when you want to go out real quick. Drop everything and go, because I have my day planned out a particular way. But when I get the feeling that I need to leave for a weekend and be away from everything, I need to leave for a weekend and be away from everything. Because when I come back, I'm going to appreciate that space a lot more. That's growing up. That's understanding who you are. That's understanding your needs. And I have to be able to explain that to people who think they want to be around me, because some people would take it as like, oh, you don't like me, or you don't want to be bothered, or no, I want to create, and I want to make sure I made Wednesday count. I want to make sure I made Thursday count. I want to make sure I made Friday count. You know? So I'm very intentional about where I put my time, my effort. I try my best to not give out what I can't afford. And I'm not even talking financially. I'm talking like the ultimate time, effort. I can't give you what I can't afford to not receive. You know, if you can't reciprocate what I'm giving, I have to give less of what I'm giving you. You know? So I think there's a lot of ways that people today can grow up. You know, a lot of y'all are seeing through social media 2 immature people can't raise a kid in a healthy way. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a lot of pettiness, a lot of tit for tatness. For me as a parent, I'm more of solution based. Like, I'm not going to sit and call you because I'm upset or I'm mad about something that's not getting done with my kid. I'm not going to reach out to you more than once. I'm not going to blow your phone up. I'm not going to pop up. I'm not going to make a scene. I'm going to focus on the kid. I'm going to focus on getting it done. Whether or not you feel like I make you feel useless or not included, that's not my business. My business is the fact that I cut out time to do priority things for my children. But yet, sometimes the other parent feels like it's optional. Or I got it, she got it. You know? But then when the celebration times come, you know, motherfuckers want to pop up. And I'm just like, where they do that at? Where they do that at? So be mindful of the people who are not with you through the process, through your efforts, through the sweat, but always show up to celebrate. That always got your name in their mouth when it means clout. We all got to grow up. And we all got to get to a point where we understand that the way we've been acting, our entitlement, relationships lost, the reason why you always rub people wrong a lot of times with different personalities cannot always be the people's fault. Sometimes it's something about you that is just, nobody want to deal with it. Okay? Self-checking is also a part of growing up. Some of us need more of it. Some of us need less of it. Some of us overthink shit. Some of us don't. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. I just love when cold water go down my throat. But yeah, like we gotta grow up. We gotta do shit with intentions. Have people around us that matter. You know, if I'm creating, the person on my left needs to be creating. The person on my right needs to be creating. We need to be able to work together, build together, make money together, provide together, pour in together, invest together. You can't be steering no lopsided ship. Okay? When them rough waves come, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have a team. And if you can't have a team with the people you spend your most time around, then you gotta make some mistake. I just never seen such a huge generation thinking like the good life is about to fall in their lap. Like even today, my oldest, she doesn't really get homework from these teachers. You know what I'm saying? And they take like 8 breaks during the day virtual. You know, she's not around kids her age. And the work that she's given, she finishes in like 10 minutes. So I always give her work the next grade level up. And so today, because she knows she's getting on my nerves, she's questioning me, you know, she's getting on her sister nerves, I'm just like, I'm going to give you some work. Here's 10 words. Go find it in the dictionary. Give me the definition and use it in the sentence. Here's 10 math problems. 3rd grade work. Do it. She's really good at math, and I'm really happy about it because I hated that shit. Then I gave her like some critical thinking work where I told her to write a paragraph telling me what does it mean when someone says beware of your surroundings. And she started it. She had to define be aware. She had to define surroundings in order to give the proper response in paragraph form. And I'm checking for grammar. And I'm checking for punctuation. And I'm checking for run-on sentences. And it's not because she had to do it, but because I told her to do it. And it's going to help her when she has to transition into the next grade that she's going to be in. I want to make sure that her path is laid out. I want to make sure that she learns things with ease and not defensiveness because it's too new, too fast, too quick. And I think this whole grade scale that Americans have where, if your child is 8, they should be learning this. As if they can't learn more than what they're learning. As if their brains are not equipped to learn what's going to come. We limit our kids in their growth. So then we have, fast forward, adults who limit themselves in their growth. Just because you're out of high school or you're out of college or you're out of graduate school and you have a job and you have a home and you pay bills doesn't mean your learning stops. Doesn't mean your growth stops. Doesn't mean a mentor in your life wouldn't help. A lot of people don't want to learn anything new. Don't want to grow. Don't want to be criticized. They don't want nobody to tell them that something could be improved. And so you get stuck in this rotation of, this shit always happens to me. Nothing ever goes right. Why my relationships always get here and then fail? You cannot stop learning. You're going to steal time from yourself. And once you get around a lot of people who are not learning, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to feel like in a constant rotation of lack of growth. I don't like not seeing people for years and then seeing them and I see them in the same spot that I left. I don't like it. If you ain't a retired old person, then I don't want to see you in the same spot, in the same position, with the same goals, with no work or effort put behind it, talking about, I'm going to do this and this and this. You're just talking. We all got to grow up. We all got to grow up and stop talking about what we're not doing. Stop talking about what you want to do that you're not putting work behind. Stop talking about what you're going to do. We are beyond our gonna do years. That shit stopped at 30. If you're not doing it, don't talk about it. If it's not like at the last stages, don't talk about it. Don't bring it up. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Because you going to start sounding phony to you. You already sound phony to them. It's not a good look. Okay? We all got needs. We all got wants. There's a lot of things that I want to do that I'm going to try my best and put my best efforts forward to get them done. There's a lot of projects I want to start and see through and get done. There's a lot of products that I want to make. There's a lot more that I have to say. But it starts with me. It starts with me being able to prioritize my time and be around the right people, put my efforts in the right places, all of that. All of it. Is what we got to do, is what we owe to ourselves. But anyway, just something to think about, y'all. It's Wednesday. It's a good day. Middle of the week, okay? We in February. You know what I'm saying? It's the 16th. What's good? You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about what holiday passed because we don't give a fuck. But if you feel loved, that's a good thing. If you love yourself, that's a good thing. If you got a birthday coming up, that's a good thing. Happy Earth Day. It's Wednesday. It's your girl Shan. Hope you enjoyed it. She Gets It pod. Okay? We out here. I think I came up on my 900th episode. So that felt good. Chugging along. Stay consistent. Keep it coming. Get in the face of people. Get in the face of people. Like, I appreciate y'all for listening to me run my mouth. I don't know how I got to this many episodes still running my mouth about new shit. Not bringing media shit into my shows. Not bringing celebrity shit into my shows. Not bringing hot topics into my shows. Because I feel like y'all get enough of that from other podcasts. And that's cool for them if that's their thing and they have a unique delivery. I think it has to get out. If you don't want to get it out, get it out. But for me, I'm just like, I want to reach deeper into that medulla oblongata. You know what I'm saying? I want to reach deeper. I want to make people think, make people self-reflect, because you only get better when we better ourselves. Okay? It's Shandy Poddin on your Twitter, on your TikTok, on your IG. Okay? SheGetsItPod@gmail.com. If you would like to mail anything, in the show notes is the P.O. Box. It's on my other computer. I don't have it with me right now, so I can't tell y'all. If you want to call into the show, you can. What's that number? That number is 770-284-8775. Lied. That number is 770-284-8175. And you could call into the show. You can always call into She Gets It, drop a message, do a shout out of your business, whatever you got going on. You can always call into the Real Relationship Report podcast, or if you're calling in about Young Black and Bothered, and you want to let Greg know via Loudmouth Stereo, you could call in for Loudmouth Stereo Pod. If you listen in the Cozy Moon podcast, that's my parenting podcast, you could call in for that. Or if you following along for the 10th season of So What Page Beyond Big podcast, which is a on-the-go book club with Casey and Kiki and myself, you can call in and drop a message, drop a review, whatever you want to talk about. We are reading The Black Mother of Hollywood, Jennifer Lewis memoir. Really good audio. She's reading it in her voice. Y'all should check it out. The podcast journal is available on lulu.com. Like I said earlier in the show, lulu.com. Put in the THEE podcast journal. You're going to see my fingerprint popped up. Who is Shan? Red and white and black. Get the book. I appreciate you. I'm putting in the work. I'm putting out something to help other people. That's what it's all about. Sharing knowledge and all of that. Okay? What else? If you want to shop for She Gets It Pod gear for the podcast, you can with Teespring. Just put in She Gets It Pod shop. It'll pop up. Link is in the bio on IG and on Twitter. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for listening. Thank you for checking out the show. This is episode 7 of 16. Hey. It's your girl Shan. I appreciate y'all. I'm out this thing. Peace.